All right. Good morning, folks. Welcome to the coffee run with John. I got to get my screen ready over here for us. Got to calm down. That was a terrible daily paycheck today. Just awful, awful, awful. We have to talk about it. We have to get into it before anything else. So I'm going to switch screens here. We're going to talk about a couple of quick things, but I really want to talk about what happened today, and let's get into it. So, nope, not that. We're going to go here and say, I forgot about the Super Bowl party or a preview show with the D's last night with Dice Degen and Double Deuce Ian. I didn't have it on my schedule, and I forgot to talk about it. So if you missed it, they did an hour or so last night. Super Bowl, did a recap of the AFC Championship and a Super Bowl preview, betting preview. It was great. Go back and watch it. Go back on CTV and watch that show. Chris and Ian have a great rapport back and forth. They're funny, and they do a good job with the chats and incorporating us into it. So it's a really good show. It's not, whatever. I mean, it's not live now. So, but you can enjoy it. They did a good job. Tonight's trip around the table, I'm not sure about yet. I'm planning it. I got to get my guest figured out. If I get my guest to agree to come in, we'll do it. If not, I may postpone it for a week. I'll let you know later today. I'm working through it though, just so you know. But like I always say, if you want questions asked of the person, non-craps, non-gambling questions, life questions, put them in chat and I'll note them. You can put a Q in front of it and I'll find them. And also go to Discord and drop them in Discord in the trip around the table room in Discord. That way we have a kind of an ongoing set of like a question pool is what I want for that thing. All right. All right. Let's talk about the daily paycheck. And holy crap, Arcades I can't say yet because I don't want to have hey, you want to be, the guest is deciding if they can do it or not time wise. So I don't want to announce it and then have a bad situation. So I'll let you know I'll put a post out there later today that will tell you who the guest is once I get that figured out. So, all right. The mob rules, or does it rule? I don't know. I've crossed it out. I'm not sure if the mob rules at all. I will try and get with Dan on the phone. With my work schedule, it's been hard to get with old Dice Dr. Dan and really talk about the mob and how it's working out. What we're learning and what we're seeing with the mob, I think, is what you'd expect, which is hybrids don't work over time. So this has been a thing, and I've had this argument with people for a long time. I play some hybrid, right? I play, the Horseman is a hybrid, but the Horseman's designed for the short run. It's designed to win like it did today. It's designed to get those quick sevens, get you out of dodge, and if it goes well, there's a little bit of action out there. It's a good hedge in the fact that it's designed to switch sides. That's what the whole thing about the Horseman is. This one, and like the 6, 7, 8, like the Storm, where you've got this big don't pass that's opposing all your bets. Like the difference of the Horseman and this one is the Horseman's don't pass bet does not oppose all the bets. It's a small bet on its own that locks up in the middle. This one here, you're going out so big to get everything covered up, and it makes it really difficult. What you find with hybrids is exactly what happened today. They don't have a personality, like I say, on the come out sevens, you get destroyed. And I'll tell you what, if I was in the don't come today, we had enough PSOs that gets destroyed too. We had come out sevens and 11s, which kills your don't. We had the inside bets, and then we would knock the number down. The first 4 shooters, right? Knock down the number. Boom. Buckshot 6, buckshot 8, buckshot 8 again. The hybrid, when you're playing like that, it's a recipe for disaster. And today's a good example. I was a good shooter today for the most part. I had a couple of short rolls, but I had rolls that were also really, really good. Positive right side player rolls. Good come out action, hitting points, and you're losing anyway. You're losing on good rolls. When you play hybrid, a lot of times you lose on good rolls. The Storm had that happen to it too. I hated the Storm because we lost on good rolls. I hated the Dolly Latterson because it lost on good rolls. And neither one of those profited on the short rolls either. It's like you lose on a short roll and you don't win when it's good. So the hybrid needs this really special case of like survival for a period of time before it lets itself go. And so you're seeing it this week and last week, that hybrid, pure hybrids, it's almost impossible to win on a pure hybrid. unless you get the hot roll. The hybrids are only designed for the monster roll, not a paycheck. And you saw that you're seeing it right here. I'm doing everything I can to like set a point and get 2 box numbers, and we can't do it. And that thing bleeds out $200, $200, $200 every time we don't get it done. It's frustrating. So I think we need to think about a couple things with a mob, right? If it's going to be a hybrid, I think you have to make a call almost and say, look, if I get that don't pass bet out and it's an inside number, what happens is you're opposed on the inside number. So you only have 3 targets. You've only got, the point is 6. You've only got the 5, 8, and 9 that are working for you. You've only got 3 ways to win, 3 numbers that can win for you. Versus now you've got the 6 and the 7, 10 ways to lose, or 11 ways to lose. So I've increased my ways of losing and decreased my chances of winning. It's almost a 50-50, right? If the point is a 6 or an 8, you got what? 5 ways to win on the 6. Let's say the point's 6. 5 ways to win on the 8, 4 ways to win on the 9 or 10. What is that? 5 and 4 is 9, and 4 is 13 ways to win. 11 ways to lose. You 50-50'd the whole table. That's why it can't win. You have to pick up the 4 and 10. Or what you got to do is say, look, if the point's an inside number, I'm going to take the inside number and put it to the 4 and 10. I'm going to get 5 targets all the time. Let the don't pass be clean and live the fight. That's the only way to really do this thing right, I think. And again, not the mob, but hybrid play. Hybrid play, you cannot have that opposing bet until you're ready to stave it off. I do place the don't point when I'm ready to be done with it. When it's done its job, then I can get rid of it. Other than that, we're in this world where we've made the bet a 50-50 shot. You got a 50-50 chance of winning on a given roll, which sucks. And that's why it's losing. Hybrid play, when you're opposed like that, just can't win. You can't have 3 targets and make it make sense. So we need to revisit it. I'm going to keep on trying things out with it this week. This week's daily paycheck is going to continue to be trial and error. We're just trying shit out because I think this strategy it's got a good core, but it's got problems. And I think we saw it with the storm. Every hybrid play has got massive problems the way that we're doing it. So let's find a better way to do it. That's my thing. Let's find a better way to do it. I tried changing rhythm today. It didn't work either. The first time we got pounced. The second time we did okay. We just gotta, figure it out. Again, hybrid play is tough, and I think you're seeing it play out. And I get very emotional today. I was pissed off all day because it is what it is, right? You're rolling decently, and it's just getting crushed. Anyway. Man, what a bad deal. I'll talk to Dan tonight. I'll do another test session tomorrow, and we'll see if we can fix it, or if not, we'll move on and pick a different one. So there's all that. So again, if you want comments to me, PC them or queue them. Right, a queue would indicate a question that we're going to ask of the guest around the table. A PC would be a comment you want me to read. Otherwise, I assume you're talking to yourselves. That's how I do the chats. So I've said this before, and I know that not everybody gets why. You put a PC in front of it, it's so I can see them on my filter. And I only see the PC chats. I assume everything else is just you. All right, so I got a couple here. The ratio for the horseman can be anything, okay? One ratio is even. $10 on the pass line or don't pass, and then $10 come bets, right? So let's say it's $25. 25 on the don't. You get that to pass through, you're good. 25 in the come. On the first roll, if it's a 7, you win $50. It goes to a number. The second roll in the come, if a 7 comes there, you win 50, lose 25, you win a quarter. If not, it goes to a number. On the third roll of the horseman, you're in the come. If you get a 7 on the third roll, you win 50, you lose 50, you're in a tie. If not, it goes up. And now you've got 3 come bets and 1 don't. And they're all 4 on different numbers. So you've transitioned from early dark side to later having 3 right side bets. If those bets get picked off, like they should on a good shooter, the come bets win, you're in great shape. If the don't comes at that point, you win 50, you lose 75, you're out a quarter. That's the horseman. It's a grinder. It looks for early crap. It'll be okay on a good roll. That's the traditional one. If you want to be more aggressive, you can play the horseman with a 2, 3, or 4 unit don't pass and a 1 unit come. And that way you'd be fully hedged. 4 units, $100 on the don't, 25 First roll wins you 125. It gets set. The second roll, you'd win 125, lose a quarter, you're up 100. The third roll, you'd win 125, lose 50, you'd win $75. The fourth roll, you have $75 out there, and now you're fully dark side here. The 7 still wins you a quarter while you're waiting for the don't bets to arise. If you want to go dark with it, higher don't, smaller ratio. If you want to go light side with it, it's even size bets, and the right side becomes the player. So you decide if you want to play that thing from like leaning dark, leaning light, but it's never a complete hedge. That's the idea of it. It's never a complete hedge. Where these hybrids that we're playing, it's always, get the don't pass to 750 so you can cover what you got. Like it becomes untenable at some point. I think that's the thing we have to all kind of, I guess, get our heads wrapped around, right? With these hybrid strategies. We're all trying to fix, you're trying to plug the dike, put the hole in the dike, and you can't. There is no way to fix all the holes. Sometimes you create worse holes for yourself. And that's what happens. That's what I'm seeing with the mob, with the rollouts that I'm doing. I'm finding the exact set of rolls that burn this strategy. And when you see that every day, you're like, it's burning, it's burning, it's burning. You're like, well, it's just the rolls. Well, no. Yeah, it's the rolls, but if I'm burning the thing down, yesterday 5 times in a row, today 4 times in a row, burn that thing to the ground 9 times basically, right? Whatever that number is. Straight up burning it down, that means that the thing is kindling and it's got too many holes in it. We got to fix it. So I'll talk to Dan. I've got lots of great emails from people that are like, hey, try this, try that. I'm like, it's all good. I love the drawdown. The drawdown is the best way to play it so far, but you can't draw it down when you have an inside point. So I think I might do a thing where if it's an inside point, I grab the outside, or I may just say, you know what? If it's an inside point, I'm not playing. Right? We get the don't pass to go through, inside point, take the don't pass down or hedge it off and wait and only play it when the point is 4 or the point is 10. And that's it. Let 4 inside bets run strong with the don't on the 4 or 10 and just maybe run it like that. Maybe it's just a hunting down the outsides kind of thing. So I don't know. I have lots of, my brain is on tilt right now. So trying to figure out the thing. Let's go play some roulette. Let's go do something fun. Let's go over here. I think I called today's episode, I think I called it Streetwalker. I want to show you something that I think is interesting. And I don't know if you have ever watched, I've told you before to watch Jack Ace, okay? And this is an interesting thing. When you bet in roulette, equivalent size bets, okay? Let's do something like I don't know, this is all going to come down to the way that the streets and double streets pay. So if we do something like where let's just take a 3 streets, 1, 2, 3 for $5 each. Okay, what would happen if these things? And what you got covered here is actually let's do 4 streets. We'll do 4 streets. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers, right? 12 numbers are covered in the street. What else do we have on the table that covers 12 numbers? I'll wait for your answers. Okay. What else covers 12 numbers? It's a dozen, in case you're wondering, right? A dozen covers 12 numbers. So I'm going to take 4 streets and we'll do 1 dozen. I'm going to put them out here in different color. Different players playing the 4 dozens, but he's going to play 4 units. Now don't worry about the colors. These are units, roulette's units, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units for one guy, 4 units for the other guy. We know that if this dozen player hits, he's going to win 8 units. That's his profit, 8 units. Okay. On these streets, what do they win? Well, the single street pays 11 to 1, 11 units to 1. So we're going to put that out there. 5, 10, 11 units to 1. Lose the other ones. Okay. What is the net when you put the other ones back? 1, 2, 3. When you put the other streets back, guess what he's won? The exact same number of units. He's won that many units. He's won that many units. So think about your streets as being the same as a dozen. And roulette works this way everywhere. Every bet on roulette can work the same. You take 2 double streets. Let's just take a double street here and here. Okay, a double street covers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, again, the dozen player is going to win 8 units net. I'll spread it out for him, 8 units net. The double street player, if a double street happens to hit, he would lose 1, right? And the double street pays 5 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1. Put it back on the other double street, and guess what? He's got the same level of profit as the other guy does, right? I'm sorry, these should have been total of 4. My bad. The unit size has to be the same. There's 8, there's 8. So you've written 20 here and 20 here, or 4 units between the two and 4 units here. If the bet sizes are the same, the win amount is the exact same. So streets, double streets, dozens, it's all the same if you keep your bet levels the same. And I don't know if a lot of people know that. So again, 4 units on 2 double streets, that's 4 units against 12 numbers. 4 units against 12 numbers pays the exact same. So if you want to be a street bettor, you can totally do that and play it like the dozens. So you can play the streets like the dozens and spread your numbers around. Why would you do this? Why would you say, well, it's better to play 4 units on the dozens, or maybe, whatever, 2 units on each dozen. We'll do 4, just because it's easier, right? Versus playing that same amount of money on 4 double streets, right? Because again, this 4 units, and if I did double street for 2, double street for 2, well, that actually is a whole dozen. Double street for 2, double street for 2, double street for 2, all that pays the same. Picking 2 dozens, picking 4 doubles pays the same. It's all about wheel coverage. And we'll talk more about this when I get into my roulette training series, which I will pretty soon. I'm almost done, by the way, retrofitting the videos for ProCraps, where I'm going to film like 3 more strategy videos, a little top 5 ways to press the 5 and 9, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to shut the channel down. I'm going to leave my, here's the teaching, here's the book. ProCraps will go, off quietly, and we'll transition to doing some roulette stuff. And this is how I'm going to teach roulette. Just like we did in craps, all the different things you can do in roulette, we'll do the same sort of lecture series, so you get a sense of this. This is one of those things, Jack Ace calls it the distributive property. You have to know this kind of stuff, because again, it doesn't matter. First 12, second 12, I showed you yesterday where those numbers are on the wheel. The streets are also equally spread around the wheel. So when the ball is dropping, where's the ball? It's on a 4. So you have the balls here on the 4, if you can see that. 19 is to one side, 21 is to the other side, okay? It happens to be, in that situation, first and second dozen are all winners, right? When the ball drops, you look at, okay, what's on both sides of my ball? How bad can it be for me? Or how good can it be? This gives you three chances to win. I like that, right? It's a good little bounce. If you pick whatever streets, run the street with the 4 on it. We don't have the street with the 12 on it, and the street with the 19 we have not covered. So if we would have covered like this street, and whatever, I don't know, pick a different one like that one, then you have the same kind of wheel coverage. So you have to look at the wheel, see what numbers you want to cover, and put your streets where they go. I actually like this street a lot, the 10 to 12, the 10 to the 13, and I like this one. I like to play those 2 side by side. When I'm playing this way, let's get the reds out of here. I'll play it with white chips today. I do like the 10 to the 12 and the 10 to the 13. I like playing both of those for 2 reasons. One is my birthday is 9/12. And again, I'm going to catch, I'm going to do it like this, I guess. I can do it like that. I'm going to catch 12 numbers here, right? I got my birthday in there. I got the 17 in here, the 17 is for whatever reason I said before, the 17 seems to be like a thing. But I like catching the street with my birthday in it. And it's also my wife's birthday, my son's birthday. Everybody's birthday is in this one double street. So for me, it's my favorite. I also like getting a street that has 22 in it. Daughter's birthday's in that one. So again, my birthday's here, my daughter's birthday's in here. I like to get the 17. And I really like getting 29 because that was my hockey number, right? If I'm going to play the streets with a way that I want to get my favorite numbers without dealing with dozens, again, it's the same thing, okay? What would happen if I have one street that wins? We know this, right? The double street wins 5-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-1. Lose 3. Put them back, 10 to the 13. Get the 17. Get the 29. And guess what? It's 2 units. Just like the dozens. It's the same as if I put 4 and 4, I'm going to win 4 back. It's the exact same thing as playing 2 dozens. So there's my streetwalker. And I'm just going to keep them where I like. I'm not going to try and chase things around. I got my 29. I got my 22. I got my 17. I got the birthdays. Get the dice out of the way. Let's roll and see what happens. What do I have here for I have 20, 40 units, right? There's 10, I have 20 units. I have 20 units only. 20 units only. Let's just play a straight up street and I'll press when I get the chance to. Here we go. Hmm. 33. That's a wiener. And we know what's going to happen. We're going to lose 6. Right? We're going to win 5 over here. 5 net units here. The net is going to be a 4-unit win. It's twice 1 bet. That's it. Everything gets replaced. I can show you again. It's going to win 5. So it's going to win a total of 10 units. Minus the 6. Put the 6 back. Net 4. So every time a street wins, we're going to net 4 units. What I'm going to do with that the first time, we'll press them all up the first time. And then I'm going to up and pull the one that hits if it happens. We'll burn the first win. We got a 28. 28 is a Rathel, which is another win. And again, it's going to pay 2 times the flat bet as the net. So 6 units. Okay. Remember, my first bet was 4. 4 comes back to the rack. I can press the one that came and pull back a small little profit. Okay, I can also, by the way, do this. A regression back to 2. I use my 3 units from the first win to press them all. I can take that whole win and come back. And now I've got a unit locked up in profit, plus I got 8 units out there. So the regression up and pull can also be a cool way to play it. Here we go. Let's do that. That's actually a smarter play. Okay, locked up a unit in profit plus the 8. We have a 34. I think that's going to be a loser. I think it's a loser. 34 is a loser, so there it goes. Bye-bye. Easy come, easy go. But again, it's no different than a dozen. It's all the same. So we'll put those right back out. There's that one. There's that one. And there's that one. Okay, here we go. Same thing. We'll do a little up and then a regress. We got a 15, and 15 is right here, which is a wiener for me. Oh, sorry, that should be here. That's a wiener for me. That's going to be, again, 4 units. We will go ahead and go up. Make them all a little bit more powerful. There's the 6, which is a loser. That sucks. Okay. I thought it was a 9. I was all happy. We'll go back down and just replace the bets. Okay. 2, 2, and 2. Maybe we'll lose it all today. We'll lose the whole, again, it's a series. How I play the roulette. It's a series of 20 units. Looking to win 10 units every time I put 20 units out there if I can. We got, another one. Ass kicking, 5. So this series is going to be a loss, right? If I put 20 units up there, I can't go back out. I only have 5 units. So our first series lost money. Let's get series 2. And again, we don't sweat that. We don't sweat it. We're down 15 bucks. Series 2 is 20 units. We'll take that and try for the same thing. Now, there are other strategies out here, by the way, that do better job on wheel coverage. I will put some of those out here where you pick and choose different. I'm picking streets, my favorite stuff on it. These numbers are clustered on the wheel in weird spots. There's other ways to play streets where you get better better coverage on the wheel, so your ball can drop and land, left or right, and you'll be okay. This is literally a shot in the dark. Here we go. Let's go, Croup. Oh my God, it's a 4. Are you shitting me? All right, we're gonna lose again. 2, 4, 6, 8 units. Really only get a couple shots at it with 20 units. We got another one. Good Lord, right next to it. Look at that. We had a 4, 5, 6, right? Last 3 spins. Ouch. Okay, that series again loses. Nothing you can do about it. Right, we'll do one more 20-unit series, and then we'll see if we can't make our money back. For this one, really the series bet size ought to be 24, not 20, so I get 3 straight cracks. That's what I should have done. $24. We're on it. That's great. 1, 2. There's our win, our net win. Press them up. Let's get 2 in a row, huh? Let's get 2 in a row. 17. There's that number again, right? The 17. That'll pay. So you gotta get 3 units on each, so it's gonna pay 6 units. Let's get that out. 1, 2. It'll pay 6 units total. We're gonna regress them all down. And now for this series, I'm up 2 units plus the 8. Remember, my goal for a series is to win 1 full stack. So just like that, the regression, I win a stack, which is great. If I look at my losses, right, I'm now back to, I'm almost there. I had a 9-unit loss the first time, we have to win over here, get our losses back up. I need to get 4 stacks over here. So our series, that series won, great. It recovered one of our losses. So we're still chasing. I got to get over here, 4 stacks. Let's do it again. This is fun. I love roulette. Roulette is just kind of a stupid, whatever. It's a shot in the dark kind of a game. We got, it's an Ian. It's a double deuce, and we lose again. Jeez. There's 8 units from the rack. Bets a reset. Ball's coming out. That first dozen has been absolute fire today. Oh my goodness. We got a 30. That's going to be a winner. 30 is a winner. It's going to pay 4 units. Net 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Give me a repeater. Give me a repeater. 28. Bam. Right? That's a 3 unit win. 6 units net. Regress it back down. And there is 5 units. There's 10 units. There's 4 units there and 8 units here. Where if I take that down, we are only at a 2-unit profit. So we're not quite home yet. If you can pull off the move, we'll be okay. Here we go. One more. Up and pull and regress. Up and regress. Come on. 32. Is that a winner? I think that's a winner. That's 4 units. Let's do the move. Let's do the move. Single press, regress, and be out of here. Right? Every time that move comes, that wins you a stack of chips, right? Every time that move happens, you win 10 as a net. Come on, do it for me. 34. 34. That's a suck job. We lose it all. But every time you pull that up 1, down 1, it's a full stack of chips that comes back to your nest over here, which we have to love. You have to love that. All right, here we go. 13. The 10, our last crack with this series. $18 is a winner. That's 4 units. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get something good. Ah, you sucker. 4. It's a 4. All right, that's all right. We lost. Whatever. How are we doing over here? We went out with six stacks of 10. 3 series, each with 2 stacks of 10. We got back, whatever, 2.5 back. So we're out 1, 2, 3.5. We're out 35 units. Not a good day. It's perfect because it's what I did in the garage too. But that's a cool way to play the streets. Again, it's no different than the dozens. If I did a 4-unit dozen, right? Let's simulate it. 4-unit dozen. We know it pays 4 units back, right? Or 2 units back. You're going to lose this one and win that. They go out. They get pressed up. If a press wins, you win 3 units. Regress back down, and you're bringing back your units plus a profit. Nice and simple, right? You actually, boom, it earns you a whole stack when it's all said and done, right? 1 unit light of a stack. That's a great little system, a great little press and pull kind of thing. So it's a press them all, regress them all back to base. That wins you a stack. Love it. I love it. I love to play the streets like that. I play the dozens the same way. I try and avoid all the mess in here. I don't like reaching over people and getting sweaty armpits on my face. I just like to sit on the outside and cherry pick what I'm doing out here. So, all right, I will show you, by the way, next week, or maybe tomorrow, one of the John Patrick ways of getting out here. He's got a really cool way of picking, I think it's a street, a double street, and a couple of corners that grab like really good wheel coverage. I like it. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Anthony's birthday is the 17th. That's good. It's funny, you know, it's confirmation bias, right? I always see the 17 come. For some reason, that number just does seem to be, I guess whenever it comes, you're like, oh, look, it came. But I see those things all the damn time, you know. All right. Waylon says, bet 2 dozens, black, odd. Yep, that's a lot of wheel coverage right there. I think actually what works out better is this. So we should look at this really quick. If you grab 2 dozens, let's do second 12, third 12, okay? You can grab... Here's the thing. Look at the way that the thing works. Count the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that column. 1, 2, 3, 4 reds in that column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reds in that column. Guess where my red's going? I'm going to pick, maybe I'll do first column, second column in the red, right? Now I get all this wheel coverage plus an extra 2 reds compared to the middle column, right? So that's an interesting way to look at this. If you're going to bet red and black with some combination, count them so you know where they are. Blacks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blacks in the second column. If you're going to bet black, stay off the second column. That's a lot of wheel coverage right there. Your whacks are only these reds in here, right? And if that comes, let's say you get a red in one of your columns. Okay, let's say we get a 30, right? You lose 2, but you're going to win 4 there and 2 here. I'm sorry, red in that column, right? You're going to win 6 units. You're back to the first column. It's a net of 4. That's a great way to cover it. But again, know which column has the most blacks. And the dozens work the same way. You look at the dozens going across. Third 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reds. Second 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going evenly across. It's the columns where the mismatch is. So know that going in, right? Which column you bet is important when you're looking at red and black because of the way that the columns cover the numbers. Just a little thing that y'all have to kind of be aware of when you're going in there. So, all right. I may do wrong. Yeah, send it to me, Buckeye. No problem doing that. Let's see what any questions came in. I don't see any questions that came in for the trip around the table. Let's go let me go back over here again. Hold on. Let's go back here and here and here. Okay. I'm just checking the questions over there. So Kevin Smith says, I get the gist of hybrid, but after spending months and months doing nothing but working out hybrids, what you found is they require the perfect scenario to win, and everything else is a push or a loss. You end up tying or losing all the time. You're exactly right. You tie or lose all the time. Look at the mob. How many times do we either tie or win a tiny bit on the first roll or lose a couple $100? It's fight the don't. If you buckshot or get your 7, it's a small loss. If you get 1 hit, it's a tie, and then you can maybe go. But boy, getting to that spot is just hard. It's too much tinker. when I said like some guys like to tinker in our psychology series, this is the symptom of that, right? You tinker too much and you get around, you get like to where you're all over the place and you're no place at the same time. And that's what happens. So you got to be careful with it. I think playing clean is better. I think that the red cross, where there's a don't pass component to it, when we're flipping the baccarat thing, that's the one time a hybrid makes sense, because that don't pass bet can be laddered up to a point where it's doing a different job than protecting your numbers. To me, that's a 2-person strategy, not a 1-person strategy. All right. Arcady says, good question, but I don't know what the question was. So I don't know where, I must have missed, there's probably something else that was said earlier, so I don't get to see what that is. All right, what else is going on here? Anything? I don't see anybody else calling me out for a PC comment. So at 8:41, let's call it a little early today. I do have to get prepped up for class anyway, so I hope that was fun, watching me melt down in the garage and bitch about it here and losing my ass on the roulette table. So far, it's been a bummer of a day for old Johnny, but I don't care. It's fun. It's all fake money anyway. We're just trying things out and learning together, right? Y'all have a good rest of your Thursday. I will see you hopefully tonight for an episode of Around the Table. So with that said, guys, love you. God bless you. And I'll see you later. Bye.